thick sheep milk. It's very thick. It actually reminds me of the yogurt, but we'll see. Oh, that's not milk. That's heaven. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing amazing. This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere, coming at you from beautiful northern Albania. I just arrived to Lake Koman and I'm super excited because I'm doing one of the coolest experiences you can do in Albania. I'm taking this ferry, car ferry, 2.5 hours north to the very end to Fierzë, and then from there driving about an hour north to Valbona. There's two ways to get to Valbona. Either you do this journey or you drive around with car, right? That's the only two ways. I think this is the best option. It's only available during season, so summer up to October. So I'm guessing like April to October. This is like the last part of the season. I mean, we're in mid-October. It told me this is like, you can come here and it might not happen, right? And so you have to reserve your ticket online. How much does it cost?
800 lek, and you can book online from ferry Berisha.
Okay.
Yeah, and for the car you have to pay around 1,500 lek. But you have always to pre-book because sometimes many cars and no place for car.
So what we're gonna do today is we're taking this journey 2.5 hours, and then when we get there, we're gonna drive to a village that has no power. We're gonna have some delicious lunch. So what's the name of the village?
Yeah, Cherem. There is no power, no electricity, no network. People just enjoy the nature.
Pro tip, bring food. We didn't bring food. There's no food here. There's no food here. All right, let's do this. Something? Cevapi?
Cevapi.
Oh yes, for breakfast.
Cevapi and sausage. Smells so good.
I know. I got really nervous. I came starving. I was like, I can't wait to eat some burek. No burek. We have this. Nice. So we had cevapi last time. We're having cevapi again.
We don't have too much time.
Let's order. Yeah, two. This place is really amazing. Look at this. Look at all the cars. We came through this beautiful tunnel. It's like packed right now. We got here at 8:30. The ferry leaves at 9. So get here early. Don't be late. We left the house around 6 a.m. 6 a.m.?
Yeah, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. So it's a long drive, very long, but I'm good. I'm starving though.
Me too.
Let's get this food. Yummy?
When you are hungry, everything.
This place is completely packed. So many cars. You have to book online. No way to just come here. That's impossible. All right. We did it, bro. We ate.
Yeah. So happy we found some food. Because I was the guy, he said no food here.
Don't listen to people. Walk in, ask around. Because the guy was like, no, there's no food. And we're like, there has to be something. There's like a bar restaurant up there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cheap, like
$1.
€1 per.
The lesson here is bring your own food.
Yeah.
So you have this area to sit. Woo! It's freezing. Oh, so you have up there too? Oh, wow. So you have 2 decks. So this is the first deck. So the bottom is where the cars are. Second deck, and then on the top you have another like real terrace, a real panorama view. This ferry is packed with people. We were up there, and out of nowhere, a group came.
Yeah.
It got so packed I had to come down. We're staying in the sun. We're getting warm, and right there we actually have another ferry, and that's a local ferry to villages.
Yeah, to villages.
That's amazing. How many villages are here?
So there are, let's say, around 10 villages, but very small. Like some villages with only 2-3 houses.
That's it?
Yeah, because they have houses on the mountains.
Okay. And the reason why it's so packed today is because it's Saturday and it's the last week of the ferry. They're closing next week, and if they close, that's it. Season's over.
Season over. So if you come here, you cannot find the ferry anymore until next season.
So we're back in the car, taking a little break. Wow, it's freezing out there. We came in the car and it is like super nice and toasty in here, right?
Yeah.
Very relaxing. I might take a nap. I mean, we woke up like at 5:30 to come. Super early, but that's the only way you could do it if you want to make this 9 a.m. ferry. That's what everybody did here, right? Basically, unless they came from Skolad. You good?
Yeah, so good. Warming up the body. So far, so good.
And if you want, you can just be in your car, lower the windows, and just enjoy the view. That's it. Very relaxing. You're just gonna see beautiful mountains the whole way. incredible mountains, Albanian Alps, trees. And if you guys didn't know, this was a river. They closed it, obviously. They made a dam. So it was a river, and in here, there's ancient settlements from Roman times. So I'm going to the back of the ship. Here you have the bathrooms, but you also have epic views, no cars, no people. Look at this. This is like the Danube between, I don't know, a few different countries. It looks like this very rugged mountains, incredible, really stunning.
So the lake is created like 40 years before, in communism time. The lake is like 36 kilometers long and more than 100 meters deep. So before they create the lake, all the house where you see around the mountains, it leads down to the river, because before the lake, it been only the river here. And communism time, the dictator say all the houses need to move up, or he give the houses in Skoda, Tirana, Leja, but people choose to leave it here.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go into the captain's quarters. Yes, my friend, hello.
How are you?
Pleasure. So they go from Koman to Fierzë at 9 a.m. So we left at 9:30, so we'll be there around like noon. But then at 1, they have a ferry back. So the same ferry goes all the way back. So if you're coming from Valbona and you want to take the ferry again, instead of taking, going around with the road, you come through here.
Yeah.
Right? I actually heard that's more amazing because the light is different.
Yeah, sure.
But this is what I got. This is what we're doing. Incredible spot. Now it's really warm. Super warm. I mean, still got a little bit of breeze here and there, but pretty hot.
It's time to go and relax in the car.
So if you really want to, you can just relax in your car. Most people are sleeping in their cars. Most.
Yeah, most of people. The one who haven't slept enough last night. So we are doing same, but we are not sleeping, just enjoying the view from the car. It's a spectacular view, stunning view, I would say.
So again, 2.5 hours, leaves at 9 a.m. You can stay downstairs, you can stay in your car, you can go to the second level, which has like a passenger area, you can get some coffee there. They also have some snacks for sale as well.
Yeah.
And then you can go upstairs, and from there you get the best views, but it's really, really crowded right now. So we decided to come back down, get warm in the car. It's hot outside, but then when you get into the shade, it's freezing. We are in the Albanian Alps. It's getting to winter. It's gonna be really cold in Valbona tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold, but the good thing is we can use the natural fire to warm up. So at the guest house Kola, you will find a very, very beautiful area and warm area.
Well guys, we both slept about an hour. We're literally getting here when we both woke up.
Yeah.
This is it.
Where are you?
Fierzë, right? Fierzë?
Here's the other side of the lake. Yeah, we slept and it feels so good now. Yeah, it's the other side of the Koman lake. This is Fierzë, and from here we take the car out of the boat and going all the way to Valbona.
And there's nothing really here, it's just the highway. That's it. This is just where you get on and off. They put down the plank, it's ready to go. Everybody's coming out slowly. While they're coming out, you can't be near the cars. They let me come out first, came out. They pushed this plank in. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of space there, so we can get stuck. But everybody's passing good, so we're good. Sorry, I'm half asleep right now. I'm really tired, but now I'm pumped because I'm going to lunch. We're back on the road. Let's go. Right this way, we get to Valbona. Only 1 hour drive, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna go before. We're not going straight to Valbona. We're stopping at a village on the border with Montenegro, and that village, there's no power. We're gonna have delicious lunch there. I'm super pumped. Right now, we're basically driving by the lake, and then the mountains is all the Albanian Alps. And then if you keep going straight, literally just go straight, you're in Kosovo, over there.
Yeah, we can see Kosovo. So I've done this about 8 to 10 times last season.
Last season alone?
Yeah, last season.
Wow.
This season, no tourists at all. But I'm happy to go back to Valbona.
Yeah, so I went to Thet last time I came here. I was in Skoda and I went to Thet, Albanian Alps, beautiful. You can also do Thet to Valbona or Valbona to Thet, hiking, 8-hour hike. You probably should do that journey. So the best way to do it is go to Tirana, go up straight to do what we just did, go to Lake Koman, then go to Valbona, cross from Valbona to Thet, and from Thet go to Skoda.
Yeah, but many people wish, if they want to hike from Thet to Valbona, how to transfer the luggage. So there you can rent a donkey and they'll transfer your luggages from Thet to Valbona.
Yeah?
And from Valbona to Thet, vice versa. Yes.
And right over there is Valbona, in those mountains. Super high up.
But before going to Valbona, we have to pass middle of Bajramzuri, or called differently Tropoja. So it's a very small town, but very beautiful.
So that's Tropoja. We basically went through the whole thing in 1 minute.
1 minute, so very small
Done.
town. Very small town. Now we are just leaving Tropoja, so we already did it. So we are driving now along Valbona river for 20 kilometers, but before going to Valbona center, we are taking an off-road car to go to the Cherem village. This is the village without electricity.
This is very similar to that. I mean, it looks, wow. That right there, the river, crystal clear blue water. Just beautiful, man. Aqua are like super light blue. And you said this is the first time you see it this full?
Yeah, it's first time seeing this. Always it was less water, but very clear also. But this time the colorful of the water is much stronger.
So I'm sure there's snow in the area at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get freezing tonight. What a spot. We're on a bridge that crosses, right? The main road crosses the river. Wow, the sound. Let's go. So here we have the lamb, the sheep, the dogs, the shepherds. Amazing. So here we go. We're getting an off-road vehicle, Land Rover. So we just made a right to the village of Cherem, and right when we enter, the road is like destroyed. Lots of holes. Is it 30 minutes like this? 30 minutes? 30 minutes. Oh my god. I mean, it's not so rough. The beginning was rough. Now it's just bumpy. And the car flows. I love this car. Defender. I don't know if this is a Defender, I know it's a Land Rover, but the Land Rover Defender is my favorite vehicle on the planet. Safari vehicle. Woo! That's the Albanian massage. The best part about this ride are the views. The views of Valbona and the mountains are ridiculous. That is why they call this the Albanian house, because of the peaks. Super high peaks. What's the highest peak up there? How high
The
is it?
highest peak, where, in Valbona or here?
Yeah, Valbona.
In Valbona, about 1,800 meters.
Oh wow.
Where is Valbona peak, where people can walk, go up, hike. But the highest peak that people cannot go is more than 2,000.
This actually reminds me a lot of that, the way it is, like a valley, you know? So a valley, lots of houses, and in front of us we have this mountain, and behind that mountain we have Montenegro. So that is the border right at the very top. And this is the village of Cherem. Only a few houses, right?
Yeah, only a few houses.
Few houses, very rustic. It really feels like Switzerland.
Yeah.
Same feel. So this is a guest house, obviously a restaurant. We're gonna have lunch. What? Burek, lekor.
So here they wait for the guests, especially for guests who are doing hiking for the peaks of Balkans. So they stop here, they let the luggages, whatever, they leave here, and then they continue.
So this is the guest house. Downstairs, 2 different rooms with 3 beds each. When you come upstairs, they have this huge living space that they converted into multiple beds. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beds. Over here, there's 2 more rooms with 2 more beds each. I mean, this is it, right? Very rustic guest house. I love it. Right here, they're building their new guest house. Huge wooden guest house. So you can see the view from here is just outstanding, incredible over the valley. And yeah, I mean, it's under construction. You know,
Yeah,
it's gonna be very similar.
Yeah. So under construction, but the view from here is magic, man. You can see only waterfall, the valley. I wish when you open, I'll come here. Next year. Wild apple. Wild apple. After they dry, it can be tea.
Yeah.
Wild apple tea.
There's so many flies and bees sucking the juice out of the apples. But this is how they dry it, right? So they leave it here for a day, then they bring it in, and you can also eat it, you know, dried apple. I think it's better for tea. So let's go to the kitchen now. Let's see how they make some food. Hello. Alright guys, so they're doing some unique pies here. There's one burek, but there's a few other ones that we don't really know what they are. And then under it, she's basically baking beef, right? That's beef.
So these are different pies, like a pie with pumpkin pie, but with corn flour.
Okay.
So it's the best.
Lakror thuj me nena bieshke ke I pari.
Lakror me nena bieshke.
And this is like an old school baking oven, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they put the fire, you put the wood here,
So
it lights up, and then over here we have the beef.
multifunctional. This is the old style, old school, let's say, wheat we have in our houses. So this is multifunctional. We put the wood in this part, and then here we can put the meat as she did, and above we can make soup or whatever.
So that's liqueur. But it's a different style liqueur. I haven't seen like this. The liqueur we had was different.
Yeah,
That one was
very
more
different.
creamy. This
Yeah.
is like thicker. It actually looks like a quiche with like spinach.
I want to jump on it.
Me too.
Peja beer. Peja is beer, the best beer of Kosovo.
Oh yeah? And I got a raki from Albanian Alps.
Kazor.
Kazor. Whoa. That is strong stuff. We're gonna go see a few cows, the garden, some of the valley. They're still cooking up our lunch. The pies are ready, but the meat's not. And I am starving. It's already 1:30. So what are you seeing here?
The place where they keep the cow, and we can see how they surround the garden where the cow stays, and the sound of cows holding a bell on their neck. So it's amazing.
And these are the cows just grazing, right? The cheese up here. You guys are gonna be blown away. In Theth, I had some of the best cheese ever. So good. The milk is just so different. They're grazing up in these mountains. The cheese is the best, right?
The cheese is the best from these mountains. You can see the cows, they grow in a very natural place, like where the weather is so clear.
Because there's so much sun at that table, we moved over here next to the kitchen and they brought out so much food. They brought delicious cheese, they brought yogurt, bread. You got salad, basically peppers, tomatoes, cucumber. You have this delicious, like it's almost like a tava with cheese and a pepper and cream. And here we have the 3 different bureks, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the crow. This one is, I guess, corn, right? It's made out of corn.
No, with corn is this one.
This one, okay.
And that one.
And what's this one?
This is the normal burek.
Normal burek?
with the pumpkin.
But it looks, okay, so pumpkin. It looks different.
Yeah.
Looks very different. Delicious. This is gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
Do I just grab one? The sun is shining. Look at this. It's basically cornbread.
Janë grosh Cheremi.
Mmm.
Janë grosh Cheremi.
Oh wow.
It's the
Se turistat I preferojnë fort.
Beans, right?
Yeah.
In Albania, no beans, no party.
Beans here, Cherem.
Mmm. Very similar to cornbread, but it has a little sweeter taste to it. A little sweeter. Really good?
Yeah. I'm just telling her, we said Krumshin Duart is like, bravo to your hands, you know? She did a great job, you know? It's very delicious.
Another delicious farm-to-table experience in Albania. Mmm. These beans, big. Mmm. So tasty. Everybody's smiling at how much I'm enjoying the food. Mmm. These beans are out of control. No beans, no party.
Very special.
Liqueur is one of those delicious pies. It's a little sweet. There's herbs in it. This one looks amazing. It actually looks like there's eggs as well, right? Cabbage?
Cabbage.
Mmm. 100% cabbage.
Yeah.
This liqueur is super special. Wow, man. What a delicious herb creamy pie. It's so good. Ooh, you're right, it is spicy. I don't know what they put in there. It's chili, right?
Yeah.
I love the crust. The corn crust, a little burnt. I'm gonna have more of that one for sure. The spiciest thing I've tried in Albania, right here. When I say you have no idea how good this is, I truly mean it. The best. Mmm. Right here we have the amazing pumpkin burek. It's a little different. The bureks that I usually see are like pies, squares, or like triangles. This one, she just put it into a container. She made it round and she cut it in squares. Mm-hmm. So many layers. Love the pumpkin. A little crispy and crunchy on the outside. Super.
Super, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Bon appetit.
This is all delicious. That was the best, by the way.
Burek is the best with yogurt.
Thick yogurt. Mmm. It is insane. This is almost like a sour cream cheese, and I'm gonna mix it. Mix together with the burek. the combination. Sweet, sour, just dive in. Oh man.
Another word, huh?
Another world. So it's goat cheese. It's thick. It's not too crumbly. Salty. Pepper.
This
is like this is the one you eat from Papa John's. Jul me sesta, which is jul with pepper.
Jul with spezza.
Jul with spezza. So basically pepper and cheese.
I thonë gjym për me gjymë do thuj.
Oh wow. So it's a hot pepper.
You know, it's they call it gjymë spezza because
Për më ngjy bukën.
për me ngjy bukën, which means to make the bread with you cannot use the fork, so with bread to make like this.
My friend over here said there was no spice, but the second I bit into this pepper, I got spice. Freaking delicious. Organic, healthy. Wow. And this cheese is actually different from the other cheese. It's a little thicker. I've never had a dish like this. Like cheese and cream with pepper. Gjymë spezza. Gjymë spezza.
Gjymë spezza. Me ngjy bukën.
More bread.
So this is sheep milk, thick sheep milk. So it's a traditional of the region of Cherem.
Thick sheep milk. It's very thick. It actually reminds me of the yogurt, but we'll see. Oh, that's not milk. That's heaven. Wow. It's like thick. It's just chunks in there.
She's asking you, do you want to stay here or we'll make you 100 kilograms?
So our beef is ready. Let's try it.
Maybe can hold the tava.
When you're on the way to Valbona, you have to stop here and eat. It's like a must visit for a foodie. The juices are flowing, the fat is coming out. That mixed with this is just outstanding food. Faleminderi. You take me to the waterfall, right? Faleminderi. All right, so we're really limited with time. We got here super late, 1:30, because the ferry was delayed, so it delayed us a little bit. So by the time we got here, we're gonna only have lunch and see this view. We're gonna also stop by the waterfall on the way out right now. That's basically it. All right, guys, so we made it here to the waterfall. Unfortunately, it's a hike, so we can't go up to it, but there it is, beautiful. I mean, it's amazing. You really need time. Everywhere you go in mountain villages, you need time. Like, we really wanted to have 4 hours here. Unfortunately, we only had 2, so we didn't have enough time to do everything we wanted to do. But if you come here, probably stay here a night, then go to Valbona, or go to Valbona, then come here. Yeah. Something like that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We went to Lake Koman Lake. So we took the ferry, a 2.5 hour experience. It's beautiful. I mean, it's the same thing, 2.5 hours. So, you know, in an hour and a half, after taking photos, you can just rest, relax. Yeah. Or you can be dancing with the girls.
Yeah, that's another issue.
And then after that, we drove here. We saw the village. We saw the food. We ate food. I mean, really, really cool experience. The food, I gotta say, it's probably my top 3 meals I've had in Albania.
Exactly.
Because every single bite was amazing.
Yeah, every single bite was another thing.
Leke for me was the best though.
Yeah.
You?
Leke.
Yeah,
with the corn bread. Yeah.
And what's the name of this village again?
Goce. Cherem, but this the Goce family.
So Goce family, this is Cherem in the Albanian Alps on the way to Valbona. Guys, I hope you love this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below, subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. We'll see you in the next travel food adventure in Valbona. Peace.